What's up everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here on the markets. We're going to do a full market update. Quite a lot we need to talk about. We actually started with quite a lot of volatility during the US session today as well. Not a lot of volume yet, but that could still come, and we'll talk about it in a moment. That historically it has sometimes at least come a little bit later, but in general quite volatile. I mean, right now on the 1 hour time frame it doesn't really look that volatile, but trust me, if you zoom in, it has been quite volatile. But yeah, we'll talk about that. First of all, I wanted to start off with the general financial markets, look at what's going on there. Then we'll talk about some crypto fundamentals in general. We'll talk about Bitcoin. We'll talk about Ethereum, and then I have some altcoins that I want to talk about. So let's get right into it. First of all, talking about the traditional financial markets, what you can see is that the S&P 500 has opened slightly higher here. So that's great news, right? I mean, the crypto market is correlated to the S&P 500. So that's opening higher, retesting, and also trading higher. That's great news. Gold is pulling back a little bit here, and the volatility index as well. So that means most likely that I missed some news. Some good news at least for the financial markets. So whatever it is, you probably already know that. I'm not going to check the news in the middle of this video, but ultimately these fundamentals look good. Then when we talk about the crypto specific fundamentals, those look pretty good as well. I mean, most altcoins are still incredibly correlated to Bitcoin, but we are seeing some strength for Ethereum specifically, and that's also what you can see right here. That's a good sign. You want to see certain rotations happening and certain narratives outperforming other narratives, and not just that the entire market is very correlated. So those are good signs. Outside of that, and I'm going through everything relatively quickly, but hopefully it still makes sense. But we have a Coinbase Bitcoin premium as well, which is great news. And then outside of that, and this is something we spoke about this morning, what I really wanted to see is some more bullish momentum come back over the course of the US session today for Bitcoin, because historically Tuesday has been a good day for Bitcoin, right? So last week Thursday historically is also, at least historically, the last month. So is that really historically? No. But Thursdays were quite good, and last week Thursday we had a bearish Thursday, even though they normally are quite good, and that meant that over the course of Friday, Saturday we pulled back lower. Tuesday is also normally a good day, so I wanted to see if that returns. So far, I think it's a little bit too early to say, but I do think that's returning. And that would mean that in the next, in the next couple of hours, we will still see some more bullish momentum. As you can see right here, historically the evening, so 7 p.m. UTC until 11 p.m. UTC, tends to be good hours for Bitcoin. So that is something to watch, something interesting you need to know. So far, Bitcoin is also moving relatively good, right? What I said this morning is that, if we really wanted to see higher prices of 107,000, 108,000, which is our main next resistance level, as you can see right here, we really needed to get a strong reaction from this level right here at 105,000. At this point of time, that is happening. I think it's a little bit too early to say that we are going for 107,000 and 108,000, since we do have strong resistance right here at 106,000 as well, with a fair value gap, the 200 EMA, and the 4-hour trend. So I would wait just to be on the safe side for that to break, in order for me to say we're going up there. But if I would have to give you my most likely scenario for Bitcoin right here, I would say it's at least stability, but ultimately also a move up higher into the 7-day rolling VWAP at 106.6 and that next resistance level at 107.2. Equities are rallying up. We have a Coinbase Bitcoin premium. Normally Tuesday is good. We have some bullish volume coming in right here. Technically, we have held crucial support relatively well as well. So I think this is most likely for Bitcoin. And then who knows? I mean, if we have a lot of volume, we could even break above 107,000. Talking about Ethereum real brief right here, that also has a lot of strength, but volume is lower, right? So if Bitcoin is able to break out above this level right here at 106,000, I think Ethereum is going to break out as well, but I think the volume is too low at this point of time, so that is the key thing to watch for me to tell you that Ethereum is really going to pump, all right? Breakout, yes. pump up much higher, it's going to be tough, even though Ethereum is one of the best performing narratives at this point of time, right? But no, I'm fairly optimistic about the markets right now, reliant on Bitcoin not getting a massive rejection at 106,000, right? That is something you should take serious. But alright, talking about some altcoins right here, I'm getting through this through the what I wanted to say relatively quickly, so that's good. Talking about altcoins, first of all, Uniswap, massive volume over the course of this afternoon. That is part of the Ethereum beta narrative, right? So that is what we spoke about earlier. But Uniswap looks good. I made a video on Uniswap, obviously, on Sunday. I would wait for a breakout on the daily time frame. As you can see right now, we are at resistance. So would I buy this right now? No, but the volume is great. It's a great project. Ethereum as a category is doing great. So definitely a coin to watch, right? So this is Uni. Then second of all, I also wanted to speak a little bit about Maker. Now I have some limit orders for Maker. They seem unlikely to get filled, unfortunately, but this still looks incredibly strong. Volume is the highest it's been since April, and Maker is also enjoying the benefits of stable coins being very hyped up right now and having quite a lot of momentum, because Maker obviously has one of the biggest stable coins in the space. So I would say if this gives a pullback, I would say that's for buying, unless we have a massive crash across the markets. And then the main target is 2200, but also a very interesting coin to keep your eyes on. And then the last coin I wanted to talk about is maybe a little bit more niche, but that's Quant, right? I still think Quant on the 12-hour time frame is in an uptrend, and even though we do not have a lot of momentum right now, I do think this uptrend will continue, which means that there's money to be made with buys. But this, like I said, it's a little bit more niche, and I would personally wait for a strong reaction here from $100 before entering. But that's it, all right? We spoke about Bitcoin, we spoke about the traditional markets, we spoke about the crypto market and how it's looking today. Ethereum, some altcoins. I think that's what you need to know for right now, all right? I will keep you updated in other videos whenever needed. I will keep you updated on X as well, so make sure to follow me there at cilinixfxcapital, link down in the description as well. But for now, thank you for watching, take care, and bye.